Well, good afternoon, everyone. As you know, I'm Dr. Nancy Stanley, physical therapist, life and health coach, and I am here with my new friend, Cyrstal Stinson, and we are down here in Lumber City. It's a beautiful town. It really is. I used to drive through here on my way to Florida State.
Yes, ma'am.
From Vidoe. And it was just kind of a little detour. But we're here at her family's barbecue place, and I'm going to have some of that. I'm going to go in there and get some and take home to my family when we get done with this. But Cyrstal has been so just willing to come on here and do an interview. She started my program when, Cyrstal?
I called you the last Wednesday in February.
Okay.
And I started on the 6th, and your program officially started on the 7th.
That's right.
But I went on and got started.
There you go. And Cyrstal has a unique story, and everybody's story is unique. Mine's unique, yours is unique. But I really felt like that there were some people out there that Cyrstal's story would resonate with them because it involves failure. There's failure, but there's also success. And we always want to focus on our successes and learn from our failures. And I think that's what Cyrstal's going to key in on here. So I'm going to let her talk because it is her story and I'm excited. So if you're watching and you're one of my clients, or just if you're watching, period, if you'll hit that little arrow, that will send this message out to people that you know that really, this is a life or death situation. Wouldn't you say that?
Absolutely.
Health is life or death. I mean, nobody's going to argue with that. And many of you are on the fence. You're thinking, would it work for me? And what's different about this program than other things that I've tried? I've tried so many things, and the last thing I want for you is a failure. And the reason is because if you fail again, then you may just say, well, that's just it. I'm just going to be unhealthy. It's just my lot in life. Well, I'm going to tell you it's not, and it can change, and I want to be there for you. And I'm just going to let Cyrstal tell her story.
Well, my story starts way back because I know a lot of the people that you talk to, Miss Nancy, they have known thin in their life.
Yeah.
And they didn't have troubles until they got into adulthood.
Right.
I've never known thin.
Yeah.
And so I have been on a lifelong journey to get healthy and to be at a healthy weight. And I refuse to back down and to give up. And I have hit many failures in my life, but I think they've made me stronger.
Of course.
And it just keeps me going.
Yeah.
I know that God has something better for me,
and
He wants me to be healthy, and that's what I'm going to reach for.
Well, let me interrupt here just a minute, or just chime in. You know, what I love about what I'm hearing from you, Cyrstal, is that you're not talking about, you did say about being thin, but what you're really keying on is being healthy. And when you get healthy, you will get to a good weight. You will. But it's really about getting healthy. And that's why so many programs don't work for people, because it's about deprivation. And if you're feeling deprived, you can't stick with that. I mean, I know I can't, but that's the great thing about what I teach is that you're not deprived.
Yes, ma'am.
There's some wonderful foods you can have, and lots of it. Yeah.
That's right.
So keep going.
Well, I guess you could call me the queen of programs, because I have tried them all. In fact, if you started calling them out, I could probably raise my hand for each of them. In fact, I was thinking on the way over here, I started Weight Watchers when I was in 4th grade.
Oh.
I had a neighbor who would go to the meetings and would take me, and I joined Weight Watchers at a young age. And I think that I have actually joined Weight Watchers about 5 different times, which is a great program. I'm not down in any program, but I needed something to help me in my mind. I needed to have a better relationship with food.
Yeah.
And that's what you have helped me achieve.
Yeah. So food has changed places in priority in your life. So talk about that. What really have you done in your mind that's different?
I've always been an emotional eater. Well, you're never without emotion.
Right.
And
Can't
so,
get rid of those, can we?
And so food is what I would always go to. And so I now know it to be fuel.
It's fuel. Or it's
Fuel for
poison. It's
fuel
either
for my
good
body.
fuel. Food is either good fuel or it's poison. Now, you recently had a birthday party, and I love that story that you posted in the app about the birthday cake. So tell that story.
Well, cake has been life for me. That's my favorite food. If I had to pick one food to be my favorite, it would be cake.
Yeah.
Birthday cake especially.
Yeah, okay.
And so the week before my daughter's birthday, she was turning 18 years old, I called you and I said, look, something's coming up and I've got to start now preparing, because I'm going to have sweets in my house, and the thing that I love most, cake's going to be there.
Yeah.
And I've tried too hard, I've worked too hard to walk out of the jail cell
Yeah.
that sugar has put me in,
Right.
to just walk back in
Yeah.
and close the door myself. I just refuse to do that.
So what did you do?
I did not partake at all. I didn't even
And
have a
how
small...
did you do it? How did you do that? Because, you know, your thoughts drive your actions. You could have said, this little bit won't hurt, or I'll start over Monday, but you didn't. What did you say?
Well, I knew whatever I did was going to make a difference. And
Yeah.
I could feel good at the end of it, or I could feel like a failure at the end of
Right.
it. And so I knew that I couldn't even try it.
There you go.
But I had to go back to what you say about all food is either medicine for your body, or it is poison.
Yeah.
And so for me, that cake full of sugar is definitely poison.
Yeah.
It makes
Yeah.
me sick.
Yeah, it really does. It makes all of us sick, and it doesn't mean you can't ever have a piece of cake again. But what it does is it help is sugar actually lowers your immune. There's so many things that it does. It boosts your insulin, and now we know so many things, and you know about what insulin does to your body. And people even that are diabetic that are taking insulin, they really don't know. They think it's their lifesaver, but really insulin is poison in a way. Even though we have it in our body, too much of it causes high blood pressure, it causes heart disease, it causes dementia, it causes so many things, aches and pains and all those things. So, okay, so what else do you want to tell this, whoever's out there listening, what else do you want to tell them, Crystal?
Well, I know I serve a Savior. I serve a big God.
Yeah.
And He has guided me toward things in my life that have helped me. And a lot of the people on your Facebook page,
Yeah.
and my Facebook page,
Right.
are going to know me,
Yeah.
because about a year and a half ago, about 2 years ago actually, I had great success with Plexus products.
Right.
And I haven't quit.
Yeah.
I'm still using, you and I both agree that great supplementation
Yeah.
is wonderful.
Yeah.
And it helped me greatly.
Yeah.
And so I lost a lot of weight.
Mm-hmm.
But then I hit a bump in the road. And I did what I always do. I went back to food for comfort. And I knew that I should only look to God to feel
Right.
that need.
Right.
But like a lot of people,
Yeah.
I let food have that
Yeah.
job.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so where I had lost 90 pounds, I had gained 40 of it back.
Okay.
And I felt like a huge failure.
Yeah.
I felt fake.
Yeah.
And so that's when I reached out to you. And I was not in a good place. But I threw myself into all of your program goes deeper than I wanted to learn about nutrition. When
Yeah.
I was doing so well on Plexus, I went on a journey trying to find out more about food. But what I really needed was about the mindset toward food.
Yeah.
That's what I needed to change in.
Yeah.
And so that's how it's helped me so much.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. So you've changed the way you relate to food. So even around the birthday party, I think we had this conversation that at the what birthday parties are for, yeah, they're birthday cakes and all that, but really we're celebrating a person and an event and a happening, and food is just goes along with it. But if you really can concentrate, like when you have a shower to go to or a wedding or a birthday party, if you can concentrate on the people And most people that struggle with their weight, they're thinking about, what can I eat? What they're going to have? They're going to have my favorite cake. They're going to have my favorite, biscuit roll-ups or ham roll-ups or whatever it is. And I know I was that way. I'm thinking about, okay, I can get all, I can do all these things. And then when I changed all that, when I would have an event, I would say, okay, now I'm going to concentrate on the people. I'm going to add value to the people. I'm going to have a conversation with people other than, well, how's your life going? What's going on? Or, talk about the weather or whatever. But I purpose to intentionally have valuable conversations with people. And it made the food kind of go down. I mean, it's like it went down on the priority list. Okay, so I want to wrap this up, but I want to just make sure is there something else you want to say?
I'm just thankful that I've landed. I don't have to look for another program.
There you go.
That I can now stick with what I know works for me, and that is the Plexus supplementation and your program, the values that I'm learning from what we're doing.
So my program is keto. Yes, it is keto, but it's also intermittent fasting, and it's celebrating, health. It's kind of like, if you're a Christian, being a Christian is not about doing all the right things. It's about being who it is you want to be, and you will do the right things. It's not cleaning yourself up. And so for healthy weight loss, you have to convince yourself that you are a healthy person, and healthy people make healthy choices. That's just what we do. When I go in the grocery store, I'm not scavenging for unhealthy things. I'm scavenging for healthy things. Just like I'm not a smoker. So when I go to the store, I don't buy cigarettes. I mean, if I was a smoker, I would buy cigarettes.
Right.
But I'm a healthy person. I tell myself that. So I'm tempted too. When I get to the checkout, if I see those little Reese cups, that's my favorite thing, or was my favorite thing, I'm thinking, I've been doing pretty good. Then I'm like, no, you're a healthy person. Healthy people don't buy those things, And
it's my new mantra.
There you go. Healthy people.
I'm doing the things that a healthy person
does. Yeah. Just like if you're a runner, you run. And if you're a cook, you cook. And if you're healthy, you eat healthy things. And you don't have chips in your house. You don't have cereals. You don't have things that are really poison to your body and won't get you where you want to go. So thank you, Cyrstal, for doing this. So if you're watching, please share this video. Somebody you know needs help. Somebody you know needs help. And thank you for watching. And if I don't have your email, I'm going to be sending out some emails because I'm starting a new challenge in a couple of weeks. I only add 30 people because I want to give them one-on-one support. But I'm starting this new challenge, and it's going to be fun. You're going to meet some new people. It's going to be just like what Cyrstal says, you're going to learn a new way of viewing food and relating to food. So let me hear from you. Message me your email. I'll add you to my email list. And I just want to say thank you for being so vulnerable. And somebody's going to be helped by this. Y'all have a great day.